Welcome to Mobile World Live. Now, Singtel is one of Asia's biggest mobile operators. It also has about 140 years of history. I'm delighted to be joined on the line by Arthur Lang. Arthur is the CEO of Singtel's international operations. Arthur, good to have you with us.
Hi, Justin. Nice to be here.
Great. Thank you very much.
Hope all is well. Yeah.
You're in Singapore, is that right?
Yes, that's right. Yes.
Great stuff. Well, as I said in the intro, Arthur, the company is around 140 years old, so incredible pedigree. But how do you innovate and prepare yourself for going forward? And what is Singtel doing in this world of digitalization, Arthur?
Right. Oh, that's very relevant question, Justin. I think sometimes you wonder, a 140-year-old company, how do you compete against the upstarts and the newcomers in this industry? I think there's a reason why we have lasted 140 years, and there's also a reason why we are one of the largest telcos in the region today. Actually, not just the region, globally. And I think the key is to always be very mindful about the changes out there and not be afraid of the change and to really adopt new things. So, for example, for Singtel, I mean, we are probably one of the first we are the first few telcos, not just in Singapore, but the region, when 2G technology came, 3G, 4G, and now even in 5G. In fact, our telcos around the region are one of the first few telcos in South Asia and Southeast Asia to roll out 5G, whether it's Thailand through our associate AIS, in Australia, Optus, and Globe in the Philippines, and very soon in Singapore. So we are always there at the forefront, trying to innovate, trying to adopt new technologies. We were one of the first few Singapore companies to go abroad. That was at that time when all the telcos were very focused on the domestic business. 25 years ago, we started going abroad. And today, we've really built up a footprint of about 700 million subscribers across Southeast, South Asia, as well as Africa. So we're not afraid to do new things and to try new things. And now, clearly, things are very different, especially with the digital players coming in. We've built out quite a sizable digital portfolio. I would say, about 30% of our revenues actually come from non-telco business, and we do aim to grow that percentage over the next few years.
Thanks, Arthur. Give us a quick insight into some of those new services. I think mobile payments, for example, is that an area you're looking at?
Yeah. Payments is one area. I mean, we feel that payments, especially in this part of the world where it's really the adoption is very a mobile-first adoption. I always like to give an example that for countries like Indonesia and the Philippines and Thailand, your first movie experience, it's not in the cinema, but it's on your mobile phone. Your first financial transaction is not at an ATM machine or at a bank branch, but again, it's on your mobile phone. So this is definitely a lot of the interactions, a lot of the customer engagements are really on the mobile device. And this is something we clearly are familiar with this part of the business. And that's why, that's one of the key reasons why we think we want to go into this space and really play a meaningful role there. I mean, another area that we're very big in is on the cybersecurity space. This is very relevant now in this day and age. And, we've built out a sizable portfolio in the cybersecurity business globally. We've got presence in the US, in North America, in Israel, in many parts of Asia. So these are some of the new businesses that we are involved in. And more recently, we've announced that we, together with a Southeast Asian digital player, Grab, we are partnering with them to actually submit an application to be Singapore's first digital bank. So fingers crossed, hopefully we'll win that. And we're looking forward to, if we do win it, to really doing something quite different here in Singapore.
Yeah, when do you hope to find out about that, Arthur?
Well, we were told it's probably sometime middle of this year, but we'll see. Okay. Not sure yet, so we're just keeping our fingers crossed.
And what's the thinking behind that? You obviously wanted to give you a competitive advantage, I guess, in that particular space, because it did raise a few eyebrows when you moved into that area or announced plans to move into that area.
Yeah. Right. Well, I think if you see the financial services space, especially in the part of the world that we are operating in, it's growing at double-digit numbers. Again, people are adopting, smartphones very, in a very fast rate. financial services, people, if you look at bank account penetrations or even credit card penetrations, they're in the single digits. It is very different in Europe or North America, where almost everybody has a credit card or a debit card. In this part of the world, in Southeast Asia, with perhaps the exception of Singapore and Australia, people do not have credit cards at all, right? So their mobile banking is very prevalent. They're taking on loans using the mobile devices, and we thought it was something that we can meaningfully play in. Again, we also believe that in this day and age, customer engagement is very important. We can't just be providing data services or communication services to our customers. We've got to engage them and touch them in many different ways. So financial services is clearly one of the ways where we can engage them on a very, very meaningful basis, very regular basis, whether it's to offer them a microloan, whether it's a social commerce person engaged in social commerce, to provide her with a loan, a financing loan or working capital loan. These are the ways where we think we can add more value and increase engagement with our customers. So that's the key reason why we're going in. If you look at our partner Grab, I think we have very similar mindsets when it comes to really delighting and exciting the customer. Our ecosystems are very, very strong. And the second area where we see a lot of alignment is actually the regional footprint. I mentioned with our footprint is 700 million customers across Southeast and South Asia. Grab is also very similar in terms of geographic spread. So lots of alignment, and I think our thinking is very similar, and hence we decided to partner together.
Well, Arthur, we wish you all the best of luck with those plans. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you.